Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Vishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnana Janasalakaya Chakshuramiliktamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manopishtam Stapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajeevam Sadvaidam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Sri Visakanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarvyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaye Vachapatitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Isvaraga Paramaha Krishnaga Satchidananda Vigraga Anadi Radhir Govindaga Sarvakarana Karanam. Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the knowledge, the purest knowledge, Pavitra. So, and the topmost knowledge of Uttama. So, in Bhagavad Gita, now we are studying the 6th chapter. Krishna is answering Arjuna's question. It's a very important question. So, what is the fate of an unsuccessful yogi? So, what is going to happen if a person is not able to reach Goloka in this life? So, in this material world, Maya is very powerful, very strong, that we know that. And that Krishna is Maya only. And there is Prakriti. So, Prakriti is under Krishna's control. And we are under Prakriti's control. So, Avasam Prakrite Vasat. Avasam Prakrite Vasat. Prakrite Vasat means under the control of Prakriti. If we are able to make our mind under our Vasam, that is under our control, Atman Eva Avatistade. So if we are able to bring the mind, so if we are able to bring the senses under our control, Ragadvesa Vimuktestu Visayan Indriyescharan Atma Vasai. So that means Atma Vasam. Atma Vasai Videi Atma. Atma Vasai means under the control of self. So if we are able to keep the senses under the control of ourself and the mind under the control of ourself, of course, if we are able to control our mind, then only we can control our senses. Otherwise, we can't control our mind. So that is very important. And we already know that for that we need determination. So we need buddhi, intelligence, dhriti, buddhi, everything we need. So then only we can control our mind and then we can control our senses. So that way, if this mind and our mind and senses are under our control, so then we will be able to free ourselves from Prakriti's control. So that is known as Krishna's Bhava, Mad Bhava. So now, when we are under Prakriti's control, we have Swabhava, our own Bhava. So this concept, this science is very, very clear. We understand very clearly. So we are under the control of the Prakriti. So that's why Swabhava, Prakriti, Jai, Gunai. So we are controlled by the Swabhava. Swabhava Jaina Kaunteya Nibaddaga Svena Karmana. So that's why, which is produced from our Swabhava, born from our Swabhava, Swabhava Jaina. So Swabhava Jaina Kaunteya Nibaddaga, we are controlled. So Svena Karmana means our own activities. So if we control our mind and senses, so then we can free ourselves from the control of Maya. That's what we are studying Bhagavad Gita repeatedly. So that means we will get Krishna's bhava. So for that reason, we have to follow Krishna's instructions. Whatever Krishna is teaching in Bhagavad Gita, we have to follow literally. There is no need for any interpretation, which I have mentioned many times in the past. There is no need to bring our own analogy or something to understand. Already Krishna has given us enough examples and analogies for us to understand. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is teaching us, if anything we need to understand clearly, so Krishna is already giving us very good examples. Like Yada Samharate Chayam Kurma Angani Vasarvas. So how a kurma, a tortoise, is able to withdraw its limbs within its shell. So similarly, we should be able to withdraw our senses from the sense objects. Indriyani, indriyartesu. So we have to indriyani, indriyartesu. So that's what tasya prajna pratisthita. So if we do that, then our prajna, our intelligence is steady. Our intelligence is stable. Otherwise, our prajna, our intelligence is not steady. So otherwise, we are going to be struggling and suffering in this material life. So that way, by Krishna's causeless mercy, so we are able to now gain that intelligence, becoming ourselves a Sthita Prajna. So ourselves a Muni. So Muni also, Krishna is using the word Muni. So that means a Muni is one who is not disturbed in both distress and happiness. So that is when Dukkesu Anidvigna Manaha, then with Sukesu Vikatas Privaha, then Vita Raga Vaya Krodha, Sita Dir Munir Uchate. So that's what Sita Dir. So he's Munir. So he's a Munir. He's said to be a sage of steady mind. So that's what Sita Dir Munir Uchate. So that way we have to understand from Bhagavad Gita. We need to learn and we need to practice and we need to do everything only for Krishna. So then, by Krishna's mercy, we can become a Muni, we can achieve Brahman, we can go to Goloka, we can become a Sthita Prajna, we can attain Samadhi, so we can attain Siddhi, perfection, everything. So we can attain Yoga, Yogi, we can become a Yogi. So that way, everything will become very successful. So all such things can happen simply by studying and following Bhagavad Gita, nothing else. So we need to follow Bhagavad Gita. That's what is very important. And Krishna is giving us the opportunity to study. So not only in this life, even in the next life also, Krishna is guaranteed. So that is now already we know very clearly. So in the last few slokas in the 6th chapter, what we are studying, when Krishna is answering Arjuna's questions, we are understanding very clearly what we are supposed to do. We will do that. There is no doubt about it by Krishna, because Krishna is going to give us more opportunities. Because we already know that we are not going to meet with any destruction. We are not going to degrade ourselves. That is very clear. Having ourselves developed so much faith on Krishna, and we are studying Bhagavad Gita every day. So definitely by Krishna's causeless mercy, we are going to go to Goloka. So Krishna's mercy, it is going to happen. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, he is going to take us to Goloka. It's life after life. We will continue to make progress, so that we are going to study in the coming slokas also. Krishna is teaching us, and we will actually, even if we are not able to go this life, we will gain whatever progress we achieve this life, whatever achievements we make this life. So everything is going to be given back to us, and then we will continue. So that way, by Krishna's causeless mercy, this sadhana is going to continue life after life. There is no doubt about it. So we have to simply do this. That's what is very important. We have to practice. So by practicing this Bhagavad Gita, by Krishna's mercy, we are ready to go to Goloka. So now in the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, so we are studying, Krishna is teaching that he taught us very clearly about how to control our mind, how to fix our mind on Krishna's lotus feet. So that's what is very important. So we have to focus our mind on Krishna's, we have to remember Krishna. That's what is very important. So for that, we have to focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. So if you focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration, so then we will be able to withdraw our mind. That's what is very important. So when Krishna says that we should be able to withdraw our senses from the sense objects, so that means we should be able to, first of all, withdraw our mind from the sense objects. Because mind also thinks about sense objects. See, senses are engaged in enjoying the sense objects, and mind is thinking about the sense objects. So when the mind thinks about the sense objects, then it is very difficult for us to withdraw our senses from the sense objects. That's very important. So sometimes we try to withdraw our senses from the sense objects by force, but mind can actually think about the sense objects. Mind can remember the sense objects. It can think about it. So then what is going to happen? Then eventually senses are going to get out of our control. So mind should not be thinking about the sense objects. Mind should not be thinking about anything else. That's what is very important. So how we are going to make sure that our mind is not going to think about the sense objects. Our mind has to remember only Krishna. So that is possible only by simply practicing this chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So that's what is going to give us, train our mind not to think about the sense objects. Because every day when we do that, that practice is going to make our mind to focus only on Krishna. When we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That's our mind should focus only on that sound vibration, nothing else. So that way, by Krishna's causeless mercy, this practice of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is going to take us to Goloka. So that because we will be able to withdraw our senses from the sense objects, we will be able to withdraw our mind from the sense objects, because that's what we are practicing. When we are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, effectively that's what we are doing it. That's what Krishna is teaching, that yato yato nischalati manasyanchalam astiram tatasato niyamyaitat atmanyeva vasam nayat. Again, atma vasam. So in the beginning I mentioned that if the mind is under our control, then we can make ourselves, we can free ourselves from the control of Prakriti, from the modes of nature. So for that, wherever our mind goes, we need to bring it back and focus it on the and focus it on Krishna, so that our mind can become our friend, so that it can come under the control of ourself. So that's what is very important. So chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra is such a scientific process. So we can achieve mind control only by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Very simply, no other way. Of course, by surrendering devotional service to Krishna, by doing everything for Krishna, of course, we are going to remember Krishna only all the time. We are going to focus. But this chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, because Krishna is already teaching us that, always think of Mayeva Mana Adasva Mayi Buddhim Nivese. So this, because when Krishna is teaching us that from wherever mind is going out, you need to bring it back and focus it on Krishna. So that means we need to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and we need to focus about where our mind is going. So when we need to focus our mind on Krishna, we also need to first focus about where our mind is going. So if our mind is focusing on Krishna or not, so that we should be able to all the time check. During the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it goes here and there. There are so many plans. At that time only, the mind thinks about a lot of other plans, what we want to do tomorrow, day after tomorrow, after a year, to this, all those things. And we have to plan only for Krishna. Of course, when we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, that will only happen. But over a period of time, the mind will not go anywhere else. So that practice is very important. And Krishna is so much merciful upon us. He is giving us that kind of opportunity to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra to make progress. So by Krishna's mercy, in the 6th chapter, now we are understanding very clearly about Arjuna's question and the answers given by Krishna. So Arjuna asked Krishna that what is the fate of an unsuccessful yogi? So where does he go? So Kam Gati, Krishna Gacchati. So that's what Arjuna is asking. Kam Gati, Krishna Gacchati. So what Gati he is going to take? So where he is going to go? So for that, it's very important. And Arjuna is also telling Krishna that only you can clarify, because no one else can answer this question. So ye tanme samsayam Krishna chetan arvasi asheshataga tvadanyaga samsayasyasya chetan nahi upapatti. Then we understood starting from the sloka number 40, 41, everything we understood. Krishna is teaching us very clearly from the 39 onwards, from the sloka number 39 in the 6th chapter. So he will not meet with destruction. So he will not he will not degrade himself. He will not be put into degradation, and he will reach the pious planets where pious people live, and then he lives there as if it is permanent, and then again he comes back and he will start from where he lives. That's what we are saying. So tatratam buddhi samyogam labate pauvadehikam yatate chatato bhuyaga samsiddhau kurunandana. So he will regain. So tatra tam buddhi samyogam labate paurvadehikam. So in the paurvadehika, in the previous body, so whatever buddhi, intelligence he had, so he will get it back. So labate paurvadehika. Then he will endeavor for perfection again. Yatatecha tato bhuyaga samsiddho kurunanta. So that's why he will endeavor for perfection. Yatatecha tato bhuyaga. So that means we are now endeavoring for perfection, which we already continued. We were doing it in our previous life. And so now we are becoming such a great devotee of Krishna. We completely believe in Krishna. We have full faith on Krishna. Otherwise, we won't be studying Bhagavad Gita every day. Because our program is very unique program. We are able to study Bhagavad Gita every day. At least 6 days a week, we are able to study, and we are able to chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra together. And Krishna is creating us opportunities to serve Him. We are able to make more devotees, and we are able to now. Krishna is giving us. Keep on. Krishna is, in fact, this is service Krishna is doing to us. So that way, we are endeavoring for perfection to achieve perfection. We are endeavoring to achieve perfection. So that's what Krishna is saying. So what does that mean? On taking such a breath, he revives the divine consciousness of his previous life and again tries to make further progress in order to achieve complete success. O son of Guru. Then, in the next sloka, what we studied earlier, Puvabhyasena tenaiva kriyate hyavasopi saha jignasurapi yogasya sabda brahmati vartate. So, whatever practice, Puvabhyasena, in the previous life. So that means we already practiced in the previous life also. Now also we are practicing. We are chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. We are studying Bhagavad Gita. We are rendering devotional service unto Krishna. So on this practice, so we will be automatically get attracted to this yoga. So kriyatehi avasopi saga. So we will become automatically, we will get inquisitive. So we will be automatically pulled towards this Krishna consciousness. So that's what Jignasarapi Yogasya Sapta Brahma Ativartade. So that way we will transcend the ritualistic principles of Vedas. So that we will not get attracted to them. We will get attracted to Krishna. That's what is very important. So Yavanartaka Udapane Sarvataka Samplutodake. Tavan Sarveshu Vedeshu Brahmanasya Vijanaka. So whatever all the purposes served by a small well can at once be served by a great reservoir of water. So similarly, all the purposes served by Vedas, it can be served if you know the purpose of Veda. So that's it. If you know the purpose of Veda. What is the purpose of Veda? Veda is to survey Ahameva Veda. Of all the Vedas, I am to be known. So that's what Puvabhyasena tenaiva kriyatohi avasopisaga jignasurapi yogasya sabda brahma ativartade. We will not get attracted to the ritualistic principles of scriptures. By virtue of the divine consciousness of his previous life, he automatically becomes attracted to the yogic principles, even without seeking them. Such an inquisitive transcendentalist stands always above the ritualistic principles of scriptures. So then in the next sloka, what Krishna is teaching, in the sloka number 45, what we are studying today, Prayatnatyatamaanastu yogi samsuddha kilpishaga aneka janma samsiddhas tato yati parangati. So Prayatnatyatamaanastu. So by putting practice by endeavoring. So that's what prayatnat yatamanastu. Yogi, the yogi, samsuddha kilbishaka, freed from all sins. He's purified of all sins. So that's what samsuddha kilbishaka. So aneka janma samsiddha. So like that, many births it takes and gets fully purified. 100% we need to. Because in order to go to Golaka, we should be completely freed from the modes of material nature. So this way, aneka janma samsiddhas tato yati param gatim. So he will reach the supreme destination. That's what the highest destination. Tato yati param gatim. So by Krishna's mercy, we are understanding all those things. So that way, we will reach the supreme destination. And when the yogi engages himself with sincere endeavor in making further progress, so being washed of all contaminations, then ultimately achieving perfection after many births of practice, he attains the supreme goal. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished this sloka number 45 in the 6th chapter. So that means we are going to go to Goloka for sure, because we are already in the right path and we are making progress. We are studying Bhagavad Gita. We are offering prasadam to Krishna. We are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We are making devotees, identifying devotees. So we are definitely going to go to Goloka. So now let us chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Umajnanatimirandasya Jnanajana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrata. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare. Hare Krishna. I won't be able to, we can't continue our one more round, and also we can't have question answer today, because I just since I reached today, there's some work has come up now. So we will continue Hare Krishna. Tomorrow also morning I'll be traveling to Chennai in the morning. I hope we will be able to, after I reach, maybe a little bit late, we can continue. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.